noon, I'm Stephanie Dupar. The death of Dixie State football player Abraham Reinhardt has gained national attention. In the past few weeks, national media outlets such as Sports Illustrated, Yahoo Sports, and Fox News have all reported on the tragic story. Reinhardt died due to a disease called hyponatremia, which is what happens when there's not enough sodium in the body. The national attention his story is bringing demonstrates not only the vast impact he had here at Dixie State, but how devastating his loss was to the sports community as a whole. The myth that what you wear invites and validates sexual assault is coming to an end, at least if the Women's Resource Center and Dove Center have anything to do with it. Here is a look at their latest effort to create awareness about sexual assault. After a warm welcome last April, the What Were You Wearing exhibit has returned to Dixie State. The exhibit is a joint effort between the Women's Resource Center and the Dove Center to bring attention to sexual assault.
The main idea, and that's what we want to promote here in St. George, is to dispel primarily the myths that sexual assault is caused by the types of clothing that you wear. And it's also a way to raise awareness and prevention.
There are a lot of misconceptions about rape and about sexual violence, and it's one of those things that kind of just gets brushed under the rug and that we don't ever address because it's awkward and uncomfortable. So events like this help bring to light the reality that it does happen here and what that looks like and how we can change it.
We want to put forward the stories of these people, that they're real people, and that these are the clothing that they chose to wear when the crime happened.
The campus police also joined the event to bring awareness to the Start by Believing campaign.
Start by Believing is a campaign in which people pledge that if a victim of sexual abuse discloses to them, that they will believe that individual and help them in any way possible. Dixie State Police Department has sponsored the campaign today to bring awareness to our community, our student, staff, and faculty, and to have them pledge to believe individuals that report sexual assault to them. We want to provide resources and assist them in any way possible so that we can help them recover from whatever's occurred.
I hope that people walk away from this event feeling empowered, that they have a voice and that they can make a change and make a difference in the culture here, as well as know that they're not alone. If they're survivors, they'll know that they're not alone, that they're believed and supported, and that they can reach out and have the help that they need.
What You Are Wearing will be at the Holland until the 12th. Because it is a moving exhibit, the artifacts will be transferred to the Eccles Fine Arts Center, where it will stay until the 19th. Though it's the very end of D Week, here's some of the events still being held, and here's what you missed. Monday, the kickoff in conjunction with Brooke's birthday. Tuesday was the D-Queen pageant, and Wednesday, the Mind Melt hypnotist came to campus. Today, they're holding a new world record for the largest sticky note mosaic at 6 p.m. Free food will be available while it lasts. When we come back from break, I will be joined by two of this year's D-Queen pageant contestants, Leighton Iveson and Madison Wilson, to talk about their preparation and overall experience as a contestant.
Radio Dixie 91.3. We don't play that. Nope, not that. A big fat no there. That's what we play. And stuff like that. On St. George's only alternative, Radio Dixie 91.3. Oh, and from 9 till midnight, we play this. I need a one dance. And this. Radio Dixie 91.3 FM.
Roll over. Chance high five. All right. When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover all the things that make them unique. And your mother and... I am totally a hot person. Right, guys? Thanks for being honest. They're a little bit of a lot of things, but they're all pure love. Adopt pure love at theshelterpetproject.org.
I I take the road less traveled, run free, unwind, unravel, someplace outside with lots to do. Green trees, red rocks, and don't forget that blue sky. The sunshine shining, sunshine pouring on me. Think I might just stay a while. Say hooray all day because the sun is gonna shine on me. Sun, it's gonna shine on me. Sun's gonna shine on me.
Welcome back. I'm here with Leighton Ibsen and Madison Wilson, two of this year's D-Queen contestants. Hi, Madison. Hi, Leighton. So if you wouldn't mind just introducing yourselves and just telling a little bit about where you're from.
Hi, I'm Madison Wilson, and I am from Hudsonville, Michigan.
And I'm Leighton Ibsen. I'm from here in St. George, Utah.
So why did you decide to run for the D-Queen pageant?
So I did it last year, and I made a lot of friends out of it, and it helps build your confidence. Like, it's more than just putting on a pretty gown and walking around. So it builds your confidence, you get to do interviews, and just gain more experience.
I did the pageant because I thought it was very interesting of how a girl could feel beautiful but also be doing it from an academic standpoint. A lot of the criteria for D-Queen comes from your GPA and how you're doing in school, and so it's just really cool how you can combine those two and make a really good example.
So academics is something that stands out from the Miss Dixie pageant. So what makes D-Queen different from Miss Dixie?
So D-Queen, we're not political, so we have some political issues mixed in, but it's mainly emphasizing on Dixie and the Dixie life. We don't do anything like swimsuit or anything like that. It's focusing on our academics and how we present ourselves.
Thank you. Leighton?
It's definitely more about tradition, as she was saying. We're not going and competing at Miss America or for Miss Utah. We're just here to represent Dixie State and what the D-Life stands for.
That is so good to hear. So what has the mental preparation been like for the competition?
So I would say the mental preparation for it would be just learning how to be confident and how to trust yourself and learn to have fun. Because a lot of it is, it can be stressful, it can be, long nights and stuff, but just have fun with it, be confident, and be yourself.
A lot of the mental for me was meeting new people. I'm a comm major, and so I'm always willing to meet new people and talk to people, but sometimes there's a mental block there for a lot of the contestants that I know of, and for myself, even as a comm major, and just coming out and talking to people and telling people about yourself can be difficult, and so that can be a mental point.
So with the D-Queen pageant, one of the questions that they ask is, what does it mean to you to live the Dixie life? So Madison, what does it mean to you?
To me, it means living that active, learning, active life. So you get to go out to Zion and Bryce and get to be outdoors. And then it also means to me meeting new people. So that includes cultures, religions, foods, all that sort of fun stuff. And you get the academics on top of it. And what's nice is that Dixie helps us for the future with programs like Handshake. So that's what Dixie Life means to me.
Sounds like you're really embracing it. Leighton?
The Dixie Life to me is a sense of community. There's the community on campus and the community as a whole in the whole entire area. And the D-Life is just so amazing because you get to interact with everybody, whether if it's with sports at a club or if you're volunteering somewhere. That's one reason why I love Campus to Community is you can go and reach out to the people in the community who also want your help as they're helping you with your academics. And the Dixie Life is just so amazing because they help you push forward, and so many of the professors have helped me push forward, and I'm sure Madison as well. And so they just push forward and they want you to strive and achieve so many things, and there's no limits.
So with striving and achieving, we're just going to build off of that. What do you hope to achieve as D-Queen?
So if I were to get D-Queen, I would want to promote, active learning, active life here at Dixie. We always have the Wednesday events. We have some fun things like the Jesse McCartney concert just happened. And sometimes a lot of people shy away from it or, don't want to go because their friends aren't going. I want to, create this sort of comfort feeling that anybody can come out to those things and everybody can feel like they're comfortable and they're at home when they go to Dixie.
Thank you. Leighton?
From being from here, it's really different if you move here, but I've always heard of the D-Queen. That doesn't necessarily mean I knew what the D-Queen was at the time, But if I were to be D-Queen, I would want to be the example, not only to the students on campus, specifically the girls, but all the people in the community. I want to be the one at events talking to people outside of the school, especially young children who are growing up, and trying to influence them that school is a good pathway and that there's so much future for them and that there's a hope at the end of the tunnel.
Okay, thank you so much. So thank you, Madison. Thank you, Layton, for coming on.
Thank you.
Coming up next, we have coverage of this weekend's sports and fun events to attend.
Action!
Where do you find the titans of classical music in St. George? Classical music on Radio St. George 100.3 FM. Where do you find the legends of jazz? Evenings on Radio St. George 100.3 FM.
There is a place where the desert comes alive, where rain breaks forth from solid stone and gardens spring from blistered rock. There is a place with enough color to make a rainbow jealous, where boulders are bigger than buildings and cliffs are higher than clouds. There is a place that will straighten your step, tighten your grip, widen your eyes, and open your jaw. There is a place.
Weekend, baseball and softball have 4 away games, while tennis will hold 2 home matches. Baseball will compete Friday through Sunday against MSU Denver, with 2 of those games on Saturday. Softball plays against Chadron State this weekend, holding doubleheaders both days. Tennis has a match this Friday against Idaho State at 3 p.m. and a match on Saturday against Portland State at 10 a.m. Some other events happening this weekend. Friday is the Great Race, Carnival, and Dinner, and this Saturday they will whitewash the D in the morning and hold the D-Week dance in the evening at 9. It's time to dust off your kite and let it soar. The 2019 Power Dixie Kite Festival is celebrating its 20th year on Saturday at Dixie State University's Encampment Mall. The mission of the Kite Festival is to promote reading for elementary-age children while also being a fun and wholesome family event. There is promised to be continuous entertainment with various choirs and dancers performing from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. and, of course, a sky full of kites. That's it for this week's edition of the Dixie Sun News. We will see you next week, same time, same place, and as always, have a great week, Trailblazers.